Okay, let me show you a demo. I think it would be sad if we didn't do that. All right, I just want to show you really how quick and easy it is to do in PopdockAI. So we have this little area called MCP servers, and right here, right under the menu, I can just click MCP, and then you can see 4 MCP servers. So the beautiful part, right? You don't have to have one. I often call it like the Lord of the Rings MCP server, one to rule them all. You don't have to. You can have more if you want, but in this case, I'm going to show you is I have one that has stuff pulling from multiple systems. So we'll click in this Popdock MCP one. And when I said it literally takes 30 seconds to make an MCP server, it does. Like simply hitting I want a new MCP server, it gives you the shell. And you can see now you have this information to use and start hooking in everywhere. But then tools is really where I want to spend a little more time, because this is what you get to control, what gets made available to your AI system. And so if we look at some of the tools I have a number of tools. Well, I'm just going to sort by type here real quick. I have a number of tools that are getting data. And so everything from, activity coming from Salesforce to F&O, NetSuite, GP, Intact, Power GP, right? We have data coming from all kinds of different systems. But then I also, if we go down a little bit further, you can see I have actions. And so I have an action to create a brand new opportunity in Salesforce, or to create a brand new Zendesk ticket, or whatever it may be. So if you want to add a new action, we got 4 different types right now. One is, again, just getting some data. I can choose to add a new one. So let me show you how quickly we can do this. And I'm just going to pull some information from Salesforce. I mentioned Salesforce, so we'll do a Salesforce one. And I'll just call it Salesforce Ops. Hopefully I don't have one. Okay. This is what the kinder, gentler name that you're gonna see inside of the. Oops. There you go. Inside of the AI chat tool, and then this is even further telling it what it's going to do. Like this will retrieve. Oh boy, I can't type. Okay, we'll just keep it really quick there. So then you're choosing which list you want to pull it from. So I'm going to pick my connector, which will be Salesforce. And then I'll pick, what did I say? Salesforce Ops. I think it's under here. Okay, there we go. And in this case, I'll pull the first 100 records. So just like that, I have the shell of this. Now, the last part that's really important here is, what do I want to return to the AI? And so I got to choose which fields that I would like. So if I want the account name, I can say I want that one. And I want the account ID. And we'll just add one more thing. Oh yeah, opportunity. This is opportunities, sorry. So if I go into, we probably want the opportunity ID. Opportunity type. And there we go. Well, I'll just keep it really simple at that. But literally at this point in time, I have created a brand new tool that can be made active. A key part to this, right? It does start by inactive, so I have to say I want this to be active now. So simply by doing that, this will now become available to whatever AI tool that I want to see. So shall we see if it actually works? Let's see if I can do this. We'll do a brand new chat. Oh. There, I'll even say ops instead of opportunity. And now you'll see Claude, in this case, the tool I'm using, says, oh, it's not there. I must not have, and maybe it hasn't hit it yet. Might take just a couple more seconds to actually have it hit. Here, let me try it one more time. Okay, there we go. It just took a second. So now it's basically saying inside of here, it's like, I have access to your MCP system, and that you have a thing called Salesforce Opportunity. Do you want to use that? If we didn't have the MCP server hooked into that, how would it even know about our company? So I'll just say I always want to allow that. That's just another little security thing inside of the client. And now we should, in a split second here, we should see some information here. And there we go. Well, I pulled 100 ops. Probably shouldn't have done that. Okay, anyway, there you go. We can see that data is starting to pop in. I'm going to stop that real quick. I want to just flip this around. Now that was great. I pulled some data. Right now I can make something informed or whatever. But let me just show you a really simple example of something else. So again, what if you got to a point, maybe you're chatting with a customer or something like that, and then you determine, hey, I can't help them anymore. I need to have the support desk help them. And so I could say, you know what, I want to create a Zendesk ticket. So now we've moved beyond just getting some data. I'm now going to be creating in my Zendesk system, I'm going to be creating something. So I've added a couple parameters in here. It says, hey, you got to tell me a little more before I can create this. I need something. So what type of ticket, or what's the subject, I guess, in this case? So I'll just say it's a product issue. And then what's the priority? Like, oh, we're going to make this urgent. Now we still haven't provided a couple things. So it says, okay, great. That'll be my some information I use, but I also need the email address. So if I just use mine, and then really creative. Okay, this is a description for the MCP demo. When I hit this button now it fires off that tool and goes, okay, great. I'm creating this in your sandbox. I'm creating a brand new Zendesk ticket, and there you go. There's the subject of it. The priority has been sent to urgent, and there's this subject or description, or sorry, the description is basically the content of this. It would just say it's MCP demo. So I just wanted to show that to you very quickly so that you can understand how powerful this can be in making your processes a bit more efficient at your organization.